All right, now I'm going to say something really, really important here. And this might even be one of the most important videos I've ever made. Maybe the most important video that I have ever made. So listen, because it's very, very important. All right. Now, I'm sure you've heard people say that in order, you should do in life the thing that is your passion. Okay. Because when you do something that is your passion, then it's like a labor of love. You are committed to it. You do it, and regardless of whatever difficulties or hardships arise in the course of doing whatever it is you do, you continue to do it because that is your passion. You are just driven by it. And, maybe even say that to your kids. I don't know. But I'm sure everybody has heard that, right? It also applies to trading. And let me explain. I mean, I do this because this is my passion. I love not it's not even about the money. I love the intellectual challenge of trading the markets. I love how it has changed me mentally. Okay, and that's only a fairly recent thing in my career. I kind of came across the whole mental aspect not that long ago. I mean, for many, many years, I was up, I was down, I was up, I was down, but I never gave up. I mean, you might call that stubbornness. I think it was a passion now that I think about it because I did not, I mean, I loved it. Even though at some times it was so, um, unnerving to me and so frustrating and so stressful and caused me a lot of downs, financially too in the past. I stuck with it. I don't know why. It must have been my passion. I wanted to master it. I mean, this is the only thing I've ever done. I knew so many people when I was a floor trader. It was like a revolving door down there. Guys used to come down on the floor thinking, hey, I'm going to make it big. I'm going to be a floor trader. And, after 3 months or 6 months, you see them, they leave. They come and they go. They couldn't make it. It wasn't their passion. They gave up. They left. Now, there's nothing wrong with giving up. If you give up and at the same time you realize that it just wasn't for you, it wasn't your passion, then it's like I always say, how does a guided missile hit its target? It flies and it keeps course correcting. All right. I'm a big believer in course correction. That's why I said the other day, winners take action regardless. And then if they have to adjust, they adjust. But here's the thing. And I think a lot of you are seeing this, okay? You may have started out with some really great success following me, and then you get into one of these difficult periods like we're experiencing right now, and you're like, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if this is for me. It's gut wrenching. Maybe I should have used a stop. Maybe I should have taken a prudent loss and then looked at it again. And, you start to have second doubts. And it's because you came into it with one goal and one thing in your head, and that was money. If your motivation is money, is then it's not going to work. I'm telling you, and that is true for anything, man. Anyone who is successful will tell you the same thing, that it's not about the money. They're driven by something else, and that thing is a passion for whatever it is, excelling at what they are doing, the intellectual challenge, mastering something, mastering themselves. But there's a passion, they just, no matter what happens, because you want to know something, and like I said, I think a lot of you are seeing it right now. This is not easy. This game is not easy. It's hard. And you're going to go through hard times every now and then. And the only way you're going to stick with it through the hard times is if you have that passion. All right, the passion keeps you there. It's what kept me there when I probably should have left a long, long, long time ago. I probably should have ended up doing something else, but then I mastered it. All right, and the only reason that I mastered it, and the only reason I stuck with it long enough to master it was evidently I had a passion for it. And I do. I realize that now. I didn't want to do anything else. I mean, I was so into this. And even when it beat me down and stepped all over me and wiped the floor with me financially and emotionally, I picked myself up and I was like, you're not going to defeat me. Little did I know it was me defeating me. It had nothing to do with you or the market. It was me, but it took me a long time to learn about that. So that's all I'm saying. Think about that. Go deep. You got to go deep inside yourself and really ask yourself, I mean, is this what I want? If this is like a burn, and it's not about the money, man. I always tell you, the money's going to come. Once you master the game, which is really about mastering yourself, the money's going to come. And you'll go through periods like this, and yeah, it'll be annoying. Like even for me, I can't honestly tell you, look, I'm long gold. I'm long the British pound against euro. I can't sit here in all honesty and tell you I don't feel anything. I do. And I feel for a lot of you out there too who have the same position, who are new and novices and maybe following me. I try to help you in as many ways as I can, but it's your gut. You got to deal with it. And you could take it from a guy like me. I've been doing it for almost 40 years. It bothers me too. I don't like looking at it, but it's not going to break me, and it's not going to cause me to give up and change and do something else. I can't. I cannot, because this is my passion. It's very, very important. It really is.